What is up, my friends, boys and girls, children of all ages? How are you guys doing today? Chris back again, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about a movie from 2023 called Paint, directed by Britt McAdams, starring Owen Wilson as Carl Nargle. Basically, guys, so this is a homage slash satire of Bob Ross. I mean, you look at the poster, you look at the beginning of the video and you see the poster for Paint. It's Bob Ross. They're making fun of Bob Ross and that kind of stuff. So basically, this is Owen Wilson as Bob Ross. His name is Carl Nargle in the movie. He is the #1 public broadcasting painter in Vermont. Okay, in Vermont. Who lives in Vermont? Nobody. So anyway, he's got it all though. He's got a perm, he's got the big old Richard Simmons, Bob Ross fro, he's got a customized van that is sweet. He has got, all the ladies love him, his fans follow him and follow his paintings. They try to imitate him stroke by stroke. He has it all. He's like a rock star. He is the public access rock star of Vermont, baby. He loves painting. But then all of a sudden, a younger, more talented artist comes along and she starts to outdo old Carl. Okay, so she starts taking everything and everyone that Carl holds dear. She takes it from him. And Carl is left wondering what went wrong. And so during the movie, we follow Owen Wilson, Carl, as, first off, you can tell he's a super pretentious kind of douchebag, right? He thinks that his caca don't smell funky like a monkey. And so he just, he's arrogant, self-assured, self-righteous. He has people, he'll paint a picture and then he'll be like, this is number whatever. And then he'll give it to somebody and they're like, oh, like Elvis, like they're like fainting over Elvis almost. And that's cool. In this movie, the thing is, I thought it was supposed to be a comedy, right? Because, Owen Wilson, he's funny, right? He's a funny guy. He's ha ha ha. But I didn't find the movie as funny as I wished it would have been. Now, it was funny because it was very tongue-in-cheek, some of the things that happened and some of the situations he found himself in and some of the conversation and dialogue choices that were made. There were some really funny bits in it, but not enough to carry the movie through its runtime. Because it gets really, really serious. And in around Act 2, the first act we get introduced to him and you're just laughing, you're having a great time because you're reminiscing in your mind about old Bob Ross. You're like, joys of painting, and he's, you're imagining Bob Ross painting and you're looking at Owen Wilson. And so you're getting a kick out of this because you can visibly tell, they're kind of making light of Bob Ross and just the way that he acts and his just preposterous, over-the-top characterization of this painter. And so you're laughing. And then we get into Act 2. We get into the second act, midway through the movie, and we realize, it all ain't great in old Carl's world, right? He lost his TV show. He's one of the subplots of the film is he's trying to get into the Vermont, painting museum, or some kind of Vermont art museum, and they want his whole life has been spent trying to capture a Vermont landscape to go into this, into this museum. And it's a certain mountain in Vermont he likes to paint the peaks of or whatever. And he's been painting all these pictures just to get a picture on this wall. And it's almost sad to see, at first you're laughing at him and you're like, this guy's just a goober. But then you're watching it and you're like, man, this guy's really sad because he has nothing in life, no joy. He doesn't live life except for this one scene that he paints every day for I don't know how many years he's been doing it. But that's all he has to live for. And it's sad because you're watching it and you're like, man, this guy's pathetic. And maybe that's what they were trying to get across. Maybe they're trying to make it a little serious in Act 2. But then we get to Act 3. And it has a decent conclusion. It has a decent ending. But it's nothing like it lost its mojo with me back in Act 2 when I stopped thinking things were funny and it got real serious. And maybe if I would have gone into the film thinking, oh, it's not necessarily a comedy, it has funny parts, but it's really just kind of a character study on this guy who happens to be a public access painter and he doesn't have anything to live for except one scene that he paints over and over. And that's it. And it didn't really strike the chord with me, the film didn't, that I was really hoping it would. I really wanted to like it. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to, again, feel the nostalgia in my mind for Bob Ross and that kind of thing. And it did. It did make me feel nostalgic at some points. But overall, it was just a sad movie to me. It was pretty disappointing. And I wasn't like, it didn't blow my mind or anything. I was expecting something else. And maybe it's my own fault for expecting something and not, because I didn't really know anything about it other than I was like, they're making fun of Bob Ross in that, So maybe that was my fault for going in not knowing enough about it to know that it wasn't really a comedy. But overall, I just didn't like it. It didn't resonate. So, guys, I'm going to give Paint 2 stars. And maybe upon a revisit in a year or two, I'll give it a higher score. Maybe it'll resonate more. Maybe it'll intrigue me more, engage me more, whatever you want to say. Maybe more will happen and I will like it more. But as of right now, it's sitting at 2 stars. If you guys really want to watch it, it's streaming on Hulu and AMC Plus. And guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. And as always, guys, I'm going to keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. God bless you, and peace out. And I'll see you next time, my friends.